From the second I saw this guy with a bow that splits into 2 blades, I was like, yeah, this guy is sick. Literally. When they actually showed off Section 6 as a full team, they looked real professional and I was all for it. But I'm not gonna lie, by the time 1.4 came around, I was all aboard the hype train for Miyabi. But the thing is, Harumasa and Miyabi both released at the exact same time. So yeah. I did level Harumasa to level 60 when he came out, but that's about as far as I went because at the time I was too busy with Miyabi. Fast forward to version 1.6, now Zero Soldier Anby has hopped on the scene, who's a new electric attack agent, just like Harumasa. Except this time, unlike Miyabi, I wasn't too hyped for the newest S rank. Now, I never hated Anby, but I've also never loved Anby either. So when it came to Anby, I was always right there in the middle, like Malcolm. I think it was destined for these sequence of events to unfold because, long story short, I wanted M6 Pulchra, right? So I pulled on Super Anby's banner. I lost the 50-50 and I got my very first Nekomata.
Did you call me?
No, I didn't. So that's whatever, right? You win some, you lose some, that's fine. But then I wanted at least one copy of Pulchra's A rank W engine. So for some odd reason, I wished on Anby's W engine banner, and with one pity in, I got an S rank. Oh look, it's Anby's new engine. So there I was with a fresh Nekomata, an M6 Furry, and Samby's W engine. So I said, while it may not be Harumasa's best in slot engine, I'm gonna get some use out of this W engine if it's the last thing I do.
You could not live with your own failure. Where did that bring you? Back to me.
So at this point in time, I'm still learning how to play him and still figuring out what's optimal for him. But with the thrown together build I have on him right now, I was very impressed with what he's capable of doing. So here was the thrown together build I was referring to before. We are at 2900 attack, 53 over 155, and I'm running pin ratio in slot 5. Just went to Elfie and got hooked up. Here's the new set right here. So now we're at 65 at 170 for crit damage, 3200 attack. Of course, we have this F core. I accidentally hit the basic attack upgrade too many times, and I actually hamster caged this one by an accident. Meant to do this one first, but yeah. So I'll do this one later, of course, but yeah. There's the skills. Question: attack slot 5 or pin ratio slot 5? Because I think it obviously depends, right? Like if you're playing with Astra, she gives you a crap ton of attack and a Caesar as well. So I guess it depends, but I don't know. I'm kind of conflicted. I don't know if this is too much attack for him, like to be at 3200, but I don't know. I really like the pin ratio attempts I've tried with him, but obviously here's my attack piece and then here's my pin ratio piece. So you can see why I'm using the other one right now. But yes, I am a big fan of pin ratio. Yeah, I feel like it balances things out. But yeah, let me know what you guys run. You run pin ratio slot 5 or attack? I know he likes attack, but yeah. But here's a set, 4-piece hormone punk, because I have so many of these pieces just sitting around. Nothing impressive, but it's just there. 2-piece shadow harmony. That one's not the worst thing ever. And then look at this, triple roll into defense. You just love to see it, don't you? And of course, for the W engine, we're running Anby's signature, which is the Severed Innocence. This gives us 108 crit damage in total. Substat, the passive, and then the extra stacks we get as well. So it's nice. So once again, this is not his best in slot by any means. It's just a W engine that he can actually use. So once we're in battle, this 170 crit damage is actually 230. Because it's 30% just from when you're in battle, and then an extra 30 once we fulfill all these requirements. So basically 200 at the most part, but once we start like using Harumasa, his special attacks, basic attacks and whatnot, then we'll hit 230 eventually. When it comes to his gameplay, I really like how zippy he is, right? Like the jumping high in the air, the backflips, the dash attacks that can reach from Washington to Florida. He's just very fluid. But it's not just the turn your brain off kind of fluid. He's actually fairly mechanical, meaning like you got to keep an eye on your resources and you got to understand what type of Harumasa you're playing. For example, are you playing him with Thunder Metal? Are you playing him with Hormone Punk? Are you playing him with Woodpecker Electro? Or Shadow Harmony? I can't even really speak on Shadow Harmony because I don't even have a full set of it yet. I actually want to recommend R2's video about Shadow Harmony on Harumasa. He broke things down way better than I ever could. Check him out below. I think you'll learn a lot from his video. So far, I've actually tackled Shiyu defense with Harumasa all the way through, so that was great. Just like no issues, no problems, just from 1 to 7, easy clap, he did it. I was like, all right, yeah, that works. Got about 25 to 28k in Deadly Assault against the giant robot. Definitely can do better, but that's just what I got on my first couple tries. Currently, I kind of have him glued to Ching-Yi. His additional ability actually wants him to have a stunner, but it's not necessary exactly. Like, you don't need to have a stunner, but having a stunner or another anomaly character will actually give him the additional ability, so it's nice. Now, when it comes to teams, recently I've only tried Rina and Grace, Nicole and Ching-Yi, Astra Yao and Ching-Yi, Pulchra and Ching-Yi, and then Rina and Ching-Yi. The strongest team I've tried so far is Astra Yao, Ching-Yi, Harumasa, right? Go figure. But also I'll say I really like Nicole, Ching-Yi, Harumasa. So I like how there's an option there. But Pulchra I wasn't feeling too much in terms of like the whole team synergy, but maybe that's just on me. And then Rina, Ching-Yi, Harumasa is good too because of just like all the shock constantly happening. And of course, if you don't have Ching-Yi, you can always just slot in the OG Anby. And I am looking forward to trying Harumasa with Trigger, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. And what's cool about Harumasa is his final basic attack actually gives him his traps. Basically, you can start a stage off by just normal attacking with him. And because he moves so much, he moves forward so much, you'll actually get into contact with the enemy spawn and then you'll already have the traps up ready to go. It's not all the traps, but it is a start. Inflicting shock on the enemy will also give him his traps, and doing your X special attack, of course, will give him the traps too. Doing a chain attack will also give you his quivers as well. And then I didn't even know this actually. You can hold down the X special attack button and it'll like do another shot with his arrow. I didn't even know that. I had no clue. But also his names are cool too. Cloud Piercer Drift, Falling Feather. Like he has all the, you know, Japanese inspired names here. So even his name himself, right? Now, unfortunately, his ultimate does not give him any quivers or any traps, unfortunately. But hey, to be fair, the ultimate does slap. It's like 200k plus damage every time. And it's multiple hits. And I was playing him in Hollow Zero a bit. And in Hollow Zero, sometimes I actually give you the first Mindscape for the character. Harumasa's M1 is good. A very like nice early Mindscape. Because the constant slashing is just so satisfying. I don't know if it's just the animation itself that's so satisfying. I don't know. I really don't know. But like he does very good damage and the slashing is just nice. I mean, with or without M1, but I'm just saying the actual slash he does is really satisfying. Maybe it's like the work you have to put in to get there, possibly, but, you know, I don't know. But I'm so glad I actually got around to building this guy. I always said I was going to, it's just a matter of time. The timing actually was perfect because his playstyle is kind of new to me. And there's a lot of electric weak content out there because of Anby and Trigger being the 1.6 agents. And if you are a Harumasa main, I salute to you and I hope you're still having fun with him today. On the other hand, if he's not your thing, that's totally fine. I can see that too. But yeah, I'll say, you know, just the sequence of events just kind of led me to this conclusion, you know. Once again, I know that Anby's W engine is not like the go-to for Harumasa. It's just kind of a crap load of crit damage. And Harumasa actually likes attack a lot more. Obviously he likes crit still, but like attack is very favorable for him. So yeah, I know it's not the best for him, but I just wanted to use it. You know what I mean? I just wanted to have somebody to use it on, and I'm glad I use it on him. And I can confidently say that this whole Aftershock thing will definitely persist. It's not just going to end with Anby, Pulchra, and Trigger. Like it's, you know, going to keep on going and progressing with newer characters. So you don't have to worry about missing the boat when it comes to the whole Aftershock meta kind of thing. So I wouldn't worry about that. In conclusion, Harumasa is cool. I'm having a good time playing him, and his performance, No pun intended, but it shocked me. Well, that'll be all for me, and I will catch you guys in the next one.